Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting outside right now enjoying this amazing fall weather. Like, I'm so freaking happy that I can now wear hoodies again because I like summer, I like spring, but the fall and winter is like where it's at for me when it comes to like the clothes that I like to wear. Is anybody else like that? As I'm sitting here, I am of course puffing on some train wreck. If you guys know, then you know. I've been scrolling over on TikTok and I noticed that I've been served like this new trend that is going on ever since the Shane Dawson video came out with Jeffree Star. The one where they talked about Tj Maxx and how like if you buy something and it's like messed up and you like return it, they're gonna put it back on the shelves. They're not gonna actually like destroy it, which is just so disgusting to think about. Like, before COVID times, it was disgusting to think about the fact that people could literally be like sticking their fingers into makeup products, into bath products. I saw one person that did this trend over on TikTok. They got one of those like bath jellies and they like stuck their finger in it and like swirled it around right back on the shelf. So it's disgusting that that was like something I did in like 2019 or before that. But once you got to COVID times when they're supposed to have all these like protocols and shit, the fact that TJ Maxx, as well as like all the other discount stores, I'm talking about Ross, I'm talking about Home Goods, they all put that shit back on the shelves. Like, disgusting. Take a fucking sip out of this Stanley. You know, guys, I know that I've been dogged on this Stanley cup when I first got it because I was like, it's so heavy. I don't know how people carry these around. Like, why are these all the rage right now? I fucking get it. I still have the exact same one. I have not gone out and splurged on another one. Although I did see a TikTok of someone showing off the collaboration that Starbucks is going to be doing with Stanley. It's going to be for their holiday collection, and it's like this really shiny, pretty apple red, like just gorgeous. And I'm like, do I need that? Does anybody out there collect Starbucks cups? Because there are some people that are like obsessed with getting the newest Starbucks cup. They will literally like wait outside of the Starbucks or the Target for when they open just so they can be like one of the first people to get in there. And I also think that Starbucks needs to like make a limit, if they don't have a limit, like one per customer, because there's so many resellers out there that not everyone can get one. So this cup is like what, $50-$60? A reseller is going to try to sell it to you for like $100 something. That's not right. Okay, so moving on from that, I want to talk about Mikayla Nogeuira real quick. But before I get to that, I want to say I am going to be doing a face mask right now. It's a completely different time of day. It's pitch black outside. But my skin has been like awful, just like breaking out everywhere. I do not know why. I wanted to use this Innisfree mask. Is that how you say it? Has anybody used this mask before? I've used it once. Honestly, it kind of smells like paint, and it kind of goes on like paint, and it's a little difficult to get off, but it really cleared up my skin the last time I used it. So I figured, why not talk about Mikayla and put a face mask on at the same time? This isn't a glass container. I thought this was a glass container. Oh my God. This is only like $15 at Sephora, and I got this little tool from Sephora as well. I've had this for a while. This is supposedly supposed to get the mask off, and then this is just a spatula to put the mask on. So the reason that Mikayla's getting called out right now is because earlier this year, she did a video of product. It was for the brand Essence, and she said that the concealer wasn't that great, didn't give the kind of coverage that she was hoping for, didn't really do it for her, and she like kept it pushing.
This new foundation from Essence is only $6.99, so let's try it. Let me tell you something. I got these at Ulta, okay? The shade range is not it. There's 20 shades, but do these three not look exactly the same? And listen to the names: Fair, Pale, and Porcelain. How the are you supposed to know the difference between those? Okay, let me swatch these. So this is shade Pale, number 10. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with shade 30, which is Fair. Okay, and then Porcelain on the bottom. I'm sorry. Do these not look practically the same? I'm like invested in this now, so now I want to do it with the concealers. I got shade Alabaster and Pale, and they look so similar, dude. All right, so this is shade Alabaster. Okay. And then shade Pale. Bruh. First of all, that's not pale, but wow, it's so similar. Anyways, aside from the terrible shade range, let's try the foundation, okay? I'm gonna use shade Porcelain. Not that it matters which shade I use. Okay, so this claims to be a medium to full coverage, natural finish foundation. It says it's transfer proof and waterproof. The shade is on point, I will say that. Okay, in my opinion, it looks really pretty. It definitely has a natural finish. It doesn't take away the radiance of the skin, but I will say it is definitely leaning more matte I think those with normal to oily skin would really like it. If you have dry skin, just make sure your skin is exfoliated and moisturized really well. But I do think it's really pretty. All right, so now I'm going to try this concealer. See if it's any good. First impression, it feels pretty creamy on the skin. It's blending out just fine, to be honest. I'm going to set it with powder. I think the concealer is fine. I wouldn't be running to get it because I like a little more coverage with my concealer. You can kind of see a little bit of darkness still coming through, even though I did 2 layers. So far, I'm really liking how the foundation is sitting on my skin. Let me finish the face. Okay, for $6.99, I would definitely use the foundation again. I will say if my skin was extra dry that day, I would not use this. But my skin is, well hydrated today, and so it worked out. For the concealer, I'm going to pass. I think it's just like a whatever concealer. It didn't cover what I like concealer to cover. And it's just whatever. There's way better affordable concealers, in my opinion, so.
Well, you guys would be shocked to know that Mikayla has now done a video where she was using all these different Essence products. It said paid partnership underneath this post. She all of a sudden loves the products that she said were not that great in her previous video. So now that some money has been attached to it, she's like, girl, I'm getting the coverage that I want.
I'm gonna prove to you that even if you use one of the most affordable makeup brands, Essence, you can achieve a look that looks just as good, if not better, than high-end makeup. That's right, we're doing a full face of Essence. I have always wanted to do this. Essence is so good. Let's do this thing. Skin is really dry, so let's get it nice and hydrated. Lip care booster. This tastes so good I want to eat it, but it's just going to make my lips nice and hydrated. Glow serum primer. I mean, you can see the hydration already. This has a cooling effect on the skin. It feels so good. Hydro Hero primer. This will make sure my makeup goes on extra smooth. Finally, to make sure my makeup lasts all day, Fix and Last Jelly Primer. My favorite kind of primer, sticky, smooths out the pores. Skin is ready. Keep Me Covered Long-Lasting Foundation, transfer-proof, waterproof, covers everything. Look at that, all the blemishes I had, gone. Look how smooth. These are my 2 personal favorite products from Essence, Baby Got Bronze and Baby Got Blush. So good. I'm going to use this to bronze up the face, blends like butter. Shade Rosé all day in the blush. Now I'm going to go in with the Keep Me Covered Concealer. This is full coverage. Look at my skin. I'm going to set with this All About Matte. Basically a finishing powder. See how smooth it made everything? It brightens too. I'm going to add some luminous bronzing powder and baked blush over all the cream. This is so beautiful. The shade is Pink Flush. It's super pigmented and luminous. Beautiful. Let's add a little highlighter. Blush already gives a beautiful glow, but you know me. I just need a little extra. You know what I mean? And look at that. Complexion is basically done, so let's set it. Blow dry it. The skin is skinning. Seriously, Essence did that. I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow and add some liner. They even have an eyeshadow primer. And the shadows are pigmented. Actually blend so smooth. Plum liner. These are extremely creamy, and this is going to bring out my eyes. Pigmentation of this shimmer was very unexpected. I'm going to use the famous Lash Princess mascaras. My favorites are the green and the purple. This is literally the #1 selling mascara on Amazon. Did you know that Essence has lashes? I'm going to add 1 coat of mascara and then put the lashes on top. Okay, I added the lashes. Also an Essence favorite of mine is their lip glosses. They have probably the best affordable lip gloss. I'm just going to use the clear. It's all Essence. It's crazy. Essence, affordable, high quality, all at the drugstore. You don't need high-end makeup, babe. You need Essence.
Even though the first time around it had no coverage, it didn't do what she was hoping for. And my question to everyone out there that's discussing this right now is, are you shocked? Is anyone shocked that Mikayla Nogueira put money over morals? I'm not. Oh my God, I just literally stuck that up my nose. Can I just tell you guys, ever since we have been out of Texas, it honestly feels like such a huge weight has been lifted. I don't want to say a weight, maybe a dark cloud has been lifted, because I have not been feeling depressed. I've been motivated. I have actually been waking up every morning between 8 and 9 a.m. I'll lay in the bed. I do need to get a little bit better about this because I am that person that I might be waking up early, but I will totally lay in the bed until I guess I want to get up. But normally that is around 10 a.m. So I don't know. I feel happier. It's the phrase that I want to use is we got rid of some excess baggage, but some people might think that's mean, some people might not. I haven't said much online about the full tea of what's been going on. There have been several videos made here on YouTube regarding the matter where emails were read from like the boyfriend of the ex-friend of ours, which was crazy because then there was a false copyright placed on the video where they were literally just reading the emails that this man sent over to them. A false copyright claim because the video and the reaction didn't go as planned. It actually painted the guy to be exactly what we have been saying, a loon, like crazy. So I'm glad that many people are seeing that and they're realizing that their initial judgment of saying that we were just being dramatic was a little kooky on their part. So what else has been going on? I saw over on Rich's Twitter, he posted like, I guess just like a recording, the audio of when he was doing one of those live streams with Jeffree Star. And Jeffree was talking about the reason that him and Manny are no longer friends.
Look, I see people asking about other ex-friends. The thing was why I don't ever mention those people is they're just so uninteresting. And it's just a typical backstabbing type friendship. Mine just happened to be online. And if anyone wants to know the real truth of why me and Manny are not friends, ask him.
There you go.
It's one of those things that's legally tricky, and it's just not worth it. Everyone saw what those people did to me. That was so long ago. Remember the middle finger picture that ruined their careers?
Bitches
Girl,
is
and they're
bitter.
all back together again, I heard, and it's like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But pieces of shit always stick together. Yes, live goal. She better work.
This is going off. Whoa.
About me, because I never did anything to him. I only gave him great friendship, love, respect, helped him with his business, helped him start his brand, did his whole merch line. Y'all don't see the pattern. You go through friends quick. No, I'm at the top, and people go through me quick.
There is something to say that, you know,
Absolutely.
And basically it's like, you know, the same song and dance that Jeffree always does. He was a loyal friend. He was nothing but kind. He was gracious. He like gave them the world. And then he's not friends with them anymore. Jeffree, in my opinion, is definitely one of those people that can see that they've never done any wrong. I'm not saying that Jeffree was 100% wrong for that friendship falling out. I'm not saying that Manny was 100% wrong. Manny, Laura, whoever else was involved with that group, because he did bring up that photo. You guys remember the middle finger photo where it was Manny, Laura, Nikita, I think it was Gabriel. Was there one other person or was it just the four of them? Maybe it was just the four of them. But he said that literally like ruined their careers, and honestly, it did for a while. It did, because I remember when that all went down, people were in an uproar over that photo, because at that time you could not come for Jeffree Star. You could not mess with Jeffree Star, hell no. And I'm not talking about the channels that suck Jeffree's ass, because I know that people have like included me in that before. I don't know where my lips were ever perched to Jeffree Star's asshole. A lot of people thought that I was like receiving gifts and things from him, which was like crazy. Not me, you're looking at the wrong channel. But my question to everyone is like, do you care? Like, is that something that you have wondered about? Have you had like sleepless nights thinking about why is Jeffree Star no longer friends with Manny MUA? Because we're how many years out now and he's still talking about it. I have seen a lot of people in the comment section throwing around that they think like James, Jeffree, Manny, Laura, they're all stuck in 2016 because they do bring it up a lot, some more than others. Jeffree, for some reason, every single year wants to like rehash it, go on podcasts and talk about it once again. How much more could be spilled? Like what more tea-wise could be spilled about those situations, Jeffree? That's what I want to know. And then there's the people that are just suspecting that Jeffree Star has his book coming out soon, so he wants to rehash it so people are interested in it once again. And are y'all interested in a Jeffree Star book? Would you buy that? Would you get the Audible? I would get the Audible if Jeffree Star was the one that was narrating it, but I don't think that it should be done by anyone else. Like this Britney Spears book that's coming out, I'm really excited for it. I already have my pre-order for Audible, and then I found out that Britney Spears will not be doing any of the reading in the book other than the introduction. And then I heard the introduction and it sounded like AI. So I was like, is that really Britney? I don't know. But I'm gonna go into the store. I'm gonna find the closest like Barnes & Noble or like bookstore, and I'm gonna get a hard copy as well, because I heard that Justin Timberlake is extremely worried about this book that is coming out, and how Jessica Biel thinks that people should just not be talking about this. We shouldn't rehash history. Well, tell that to Jeffree Star. Tell it to Jeffree Star. And no, Jessica Biel, we will not be respecting your wishes to not rehash this because Britney Spears was silenced for 13 years. Okay? Your husband decided that he was gonna make a song called Cry Me a River, make Britney look like an asshole. Okay? And then we find out that there was like an abortion that happened and Justin didn't want to be a parent. Britney said that if she was left up to the decision alone, she wouldn't have done it. Like, oh, and then I found this shit out for everyone out there. I found this out. So Britney Spears did an interview and they asked her like what she would like name a child if she had it. And she said if it was a boy, she would name it Brennan. So now the internet knows that this abortion happened and Justin was the way that he was and all of that. It was a joint decision though. So I just want to say that so people aren't like, oh my God, Justin was the sole decision of this. I know it was a joint decision, but remember how I said that she wanted to name her child Brennan? He named a dog that. I saw that on Twitter. How dare he? That is just awful. Like, Justin Timberlake ain't shit. I'm not gonna lie though. If I have the opportunity to get NSYNC and Backstreet Boy tickets when they do like their world tour or whatever the they're doing, the come together, the kumbaya, I would still go. Okay? I was obsessed with them when I was growing up. Like, is anybody going to go to that tour? Like, are you getting tickets? Isn't this like little utensil like so good? Like, I feel like I would make such a mess if I had that shit all over my hands. So this is a pore clearing clay mask. It says 2 times with super volcanic clusters. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave me a cucumber emoji down below. I don't know why. It just was the first thing that popped into my mind. And I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.